It's Bracket Challenge season, and the Fox Sports Radio Bracket Challenge is live. So be sure to complete your bracket at foxsportsradio.com right now. The winning bracket in the Fox Sports Radio Bracket Challenge will win a $2,500 gift card to Tractor Supply, and a perfect bracket will win you $1 million. So fill out your bracket now, and until Thursday morning before the games begin, visit foxsportsradio.com to register, to get the rules, and to fill out your bracket. It's all sponsored by Tractor Supply for life out here. I see some folks got the brackets up there. I'm going to fill mine out here soon.
Yes.
Go ahead and smoke. Last time, before we get these calls, last time I did a bracket, I won a Kobe Bryant signed basketball with the letter of authentication. So I do that.
Very nice.
Just wanted you to know that.
All right, let's get started.
Let's get started.
Yesterday, of course, was Selection Sunday. And Rob G, can you jump in? Because there were a lot of people who had their panties in a bunch, as usually is the case after Selection Sunday, because there are teams that get left out, even though they've expanded it. What is it, 68 now? And still,
I don't know
68 teams, and it's still not enough. And now here comes the lawsuit, Rob G. And I don't think I've ever seen the lawsuit. I've heard people complain a lot, but a lawsuit?
Yeah, what kind of world do we live in where people are upset
Rob
about
G, can you set the table? I'm sorry.
What kind of world do we live in, Rob? We're arguing about the 37th ranked team in the country. And that's because, according to multiple outlets now, the West Virginia governor, Patrick Morrisey, is planning on suing the NCAA over his Mountaineers being left out of the big dance in favor of the blue blood that is North Carolina. Take a listen.
And I've asked Attorney General McCuskey to launch an investigation into the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee to determine if any backyard deals, backroom deals, corruption, bribes, or any nefarious activity occurred during the selection process. I know that the Attorney General and I are going to leave no stone unturned during this process.
Well, I'm going to say this to you right here, and I'm not bashing West Virginia. But don't they have more stuff to worry about in West Virginia, like unemployment, all kind of literacy, all kind, like the governor has nothing else to do but to worry about the Mountaineers and whether or not they got screwed in the NCAA tournament, that they're going to use manpower, hours, and dollars to investigate. I mean, are we serious?
Yeah, they are.
But isn't this ridiculous?
It's just, the best part about this is two things can be true. One, absolutely, you're right. This is ridiculous. You know what it makes me remind me of? I asked Rob G, I said, Rob G, I need you to go in your political bag for me. I know I'm the news anchor on this show. That is not the point. Is this governor up for re-election? This is re-election talk. When when you start to do stuff for your constituents, when you start to do stuff to get voted for, this smells of re-election time, Rob.
He must be.
You know what I mean?
Is it coming up in November?
That's what I'm saying.
What
it must be re-election is around the corner.
West Virginia. I don't even know what's going on in the state of West Virginia.
I know there are humans and there's more than this.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it can't be great. The only way that a governor should be involved in this is if there's zero unemployment. Everything is good, and there are no issues 100%. Anywhere. All the
crime
roads are
is at an all-time low.
Crime's at an all-time low, and you're sitting around in your office twiddling your thumbs because West Virginia is smooth and humming, and everything's great.
You ain't got nothing else to do. Might as well go talk to the NCAA about that. All right, I'll go do it.
But you understand, like, the money and manpower
Seriously,
hours?
That's a great point. And especially, Rob, here's the part, too. It's not as if they were this amazing team. I mean, listen. They absolutely.
What are they, number 37? Is that what
I think 32nd. Yeah, they were 19-12 this season. 19-12. That ain't great. 19-12. And then they weren't the greatest versus quad one teams, which means, top tier opponents. They were 6-10. And then they were 9-0 against quad 3 and quad 4, which are the lower teams. So, and then their most recent loss, they lost to a sub 500 Colorado team in the second round of the Big 12 tournament, which that was your chance to 100% punch your ticket. Win your tournament.
Right. And they didn't happen.
And they didn't do that. They lost in the second round. Now, do I believe they absolutely got hosed? Yes, in the sense that you best believe there's some backdoor stuff going on when it came to North Carolina. I think there's a larger conversation where I think you might agree is this is par for the course. But because North Carolina's AD is part of the selection committee, I think the head of the chair of the committee.
It doesn't matter if he was or wasn't.
But North Carolina is North Carolina. You got on North Carolina blue right now almost.
Carolina blue?
Yeah.
We already know how this thing goes. The NCAA tournament, I hate to break it to you, is a television show, okay? It's not a basketball tournament. It's a television show, and they want anybody who can bring them ratings and bring eyeballs to the table and travel and buy tickets, and the schools and the places where they don't travel and they don't have large numbers, they're not interested in you. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely.
That's where we are. And West Virginia gave us a great song.
Home.
All right, so there it is. It says take you home, right, West Virginia?
Yeah.
So you're home. What else do you want? You're not going to the tournament. It's that simple. And the other thing is, as we just mentioned, this we saw a couple years ago. Rob G, was that 2 years ago when they had all the Cinderellas in the Final Four? And the ratings were terrible.
Yeah.
People want one Cinderella. We don't want 3 Cinderellas.
Nope.
Rob G, you got the numbers?
Yeah, we were on the air when this happened because this story broke 2 years ago. That year when it was Miami, San Diego State winning, I think you ended up winning the whole thing. Despite having the highest rated opening weekend in tournament history for that season up until that point.
Yep.
The ratings dipped as the tournament went on, as the Cinderellas kept going. Elite 8 was down 14%. The Final Four was down 17%. The National Championship game was down 19%. That's why last year they were so excited because all of the number 1 seeds, UConn, Carolina, Purdue, and Houston, made it through to the Sweet 16.
You know what you
100%.
wanted to see from 1980 to 1989? You wanted to see the Lakers and or the Celtics. You know what I mean? You knew what you subscribed for. You wanted to see that. You want to see the whole 90s pretty much? I want to see the Chicago Bulls and fill in the blank. I want to see Jordan in the finals. You sign up for those things. You want to see that. We want to see upsets. We want to see a few early, but we don't want to see that far down the line. And the last point I'll make real quick, Rob, when you're a team that could potentially be hosed or done wrong in this situation, you know what your job is? To eliminate that from happening. And their chance to make sure a 9-12 team was to win their tournament. You have to do what you can do to absolutely lock in your position. Because if it comes down to a committee and they have to make decisions, somebody's going to get jobbed, somebody's going to get left out, somebody's going to get hosed, and it can be you. So you do your part and don't be 9-12 or win your tournament and so you can be in. Because if it comes down to you and a Duke or North Carolina or Michigan State, guess who it's going to be? One of those.
All right. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369 on this Magic City Monday. Do you care that someone like West Virginia got snubbed in favor of a blue blood like North Carolina?
Paige, Rob, and I having a conversation about, all right, when things go a little too far. You got the West Virginia governor talking about they want to look into an investigation into the NCAA for corruption with the selection committee. We're like, all right, ease up. There's a lot of other things you could be doing with your time and efforts. And at the end of the day, it's a TV show. They want those big-time names in, like North Carolina. 877-99 on Fox. Taking a few calls on this. Who we got, Rob?
Cade in Reno. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Cade?
Hey, how we doing today, my guys?
Doing well, Cade.
Hey, Kelvin, don't think I forgot to call you tomorrow about that Aaron Rodgers, Sam Darnold take. I'm coming for you still.
All right, hey, listen, man, come on.
And all the
I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready, Cade.
Cade, all the anonymous GMs in front of people said, "Oh yeah, I'll take Aaron Rodgers in a minute."
But why nobody has taken him yet.
And Sam Darnold has a 1 year. It's not even a friend. You see the
he got
contract?
a weird deal. I ain't gonna lie.
Dude,
they're like 1 year. We'll give you this. We'll give you this, but we ain't gotta give it to you. If this,
and if it doesn't work out, they can get out of it. Out of 1 year, Cade. What does that tell you about Sam Darnold?
I'm one of those GMs. Anyways, I went and played college ball in West Virginia. So I spent a lot of time over there, and not even one of my boys back in West Virginia cares about them making this tournament. Much less every other person outside of that state. We would rather see a North Carolina, a blue blood that we grew up watching in this tournament, nobody cares about any of these small schools not that it's a small school, but
right.
Nobody would rather watch a West Virginia than a North Carolina, no matter the skill difference.
No, you ain't lying. We're with you, Kate.
And you don't need the governor getting involved and spending money. Ridiculous. Thanks, Kate. Yep.